Between 1924 and 1927, Japan built the 12 ships of the 1,370-ton first-class destroyer Mutsuki class. These were the final leg of the evolutionary line that ran through the Minekaze and Kamikazes. The only real difference was the revision of their torpedo armament. Twin tubes gave way to triples, meaning the number of mounts could shrink while still retaining the same number of tubes. The torpedoes themselves grew from 533 mm to 610 mm, 24-inch. Just to be clear, originally this was the rather conventional Type 80, not the later oxygen-burning Type 93 long lance. Like the previous ships, industrial capacity was straining. Completion got rather strung out as industrial limitations began to show. Some had to use foreign turbines. This, coupled with the numeric inferiority Japan was facing as a result of the recently signed treaty, meant things were going to have to change. And they were going to have to change in a big way soon if Japan was going to be competitive. And they were. As with the kamikazes, originally they were given numbers instead of names. Initially, these were odd numbers, but with the death of the second-class destroyers, they just got numbered serially. It soon became irrelevant, though, when on August 1st, 1928, they were all given proper names. As with the other classes of this like, by the time of the war, they were considered obsolete. Still, though, they had more active careers. 6 were converted into fast transports. Mutsuki, originally Destroyer 19, was started May 21st, 1924, and was completed March 25th, 1926. Kisaragi, originally Destroyer 21, was started June 3rd, 1924, and was completed December 21st, 1925. Yayoi, originally Destroyer 23, was started January 11th, 1924, and was completed August 28, 1926. Yuzuki, originally Destroyer 25, was also started January 11, 1924, and was completed September 14, 1926. Satsuki, originally Destroyer 27, was started December 1, 1924, and was completed November 15, 1925. Minazuki, originally Destroyer 28, was started March 24, 1924, and was completed March 22, 1927. Fumikaze, originally Destroyer 29, was started October 20, 1924, and was completed July 3, 1926. Nagatsuki, originally Destroyer 30, was started April 16, 1925, and was completed April 30, 1927. Kikuzuki, originally Destroyer 31, was started June 15, 1925, and was completed November 20, 1926. Mikazuki, originally Destroyer 32, was started August 21, 1925, and was completed May 5, 1927. Mochizuki, originally Destroyer 33, was started March 23, 1946, and was completed October 31, 1927. Iuzuki, originally Destroyer 34, was started November 27, 1926, and was completed July 25, 1927. Main armament was again 4 single open-mount 120mm 45 caliber guns, 1 at the bow, 1 between the funnels, 2 at the stern. Torpedo armament was 2 triple 610mm tubes, 1 at the main deck level between the forward gun and the bridge, and 1 at the main deck level between the rear funnel and the aft guns. 20 mines and minesweeping gear were carried at the stern. Propulsion was again provided by 4 boilers, 2 in 2 rooms venting to 2 funnels. These provided steam to 2 turbines, each running a propeller that produced 38,500 horsepower for a top speed of 37 knots. Again, they had 1 rudder. Modifications were again about what you'd expect. In the mid-30s, following the 4th Fleet incident, several had their hulls stiffened, ballast added, and shields were added to their torpedo banks. In 1942, Satsuki, Mikazuki, Fumizuki, Nagatsuki, Kikuzuki, and Yuzuki were converted into fast transports. The numbers 2 and 3 120mm guns were removed, as was the minesweeping gear in the mines. This allowed the fitting of 36 depth charges, sonar, and accommodations for 150 troops. In mid-1944, Uzuki landed her No. 4 gun for more medium anti-aircraft. Kisaragi was sunk December 11, 1941, while covering the attempted invasion of Wake when a 100-pound aircraft bomb apparently detonated her rear torpedoes. Kikuzuki was sunk at Tulagi May 4, 1942, by carrier aircraft in the run-up to the Battle of the Coral Sea. Mutsuki was sunk during the Battle of the Eastern Solomons August 5, 1942, north of Santa Isabella by a B-17. Yayoi was sunk September 11, 1942, off Rubal by Army aircraft. Nagatsuki was sunk July 6, 1943, by aircraft after grounding herself following being damaged at the Battle of the Kula Gulf. Mikazuki grounded July 27, 1943, off Cape Gloucester and was bombed by B-25s the next day. Mochizuki was sunk off Rubal October 24, 1943, by Catalinas. Fumizuki was sunk February 18, 1944, by carrier aircraft while at Truk during Operation Hailstone. Minazuki was sunk June 6, 1944, off Tawi Tawi by the submarine Harder. Satsuki was sunk in Manila Bay September 21, 1944, by carrier aircraft. Uzuki was torpedoed and sunk December 12, 1944, northeast of Cebu by PTs 490 and 492. Iuzuki was also sunk December 12, 1944, northeast of Cebu by Marine aircraft.